supporting the arts at St. Lawrence Academy, and please enjoy our 14th annual production, tonight's show, Hello, Dolly.
She's the one the spinsters recommend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid and aunts, and she'll match him up. Call on Dolly if your eldest daughter needs a friend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid and aunts, and she'll match him up. Call on
Dolly Levi. Yes, that's right, Mrs. Dolly Levi. Born Gallagher, social introductions, ladies and gentlemen, introduced under the most respectable conditions in an atmosphere of elegance and refinement. Object, matrimony. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to offer you my usual lightning service today, as I have a previous appointment in Yonkers, New York, arranging the second marriage of Mr. Horace Vandergilbert, the well-known half-a-millionaire. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always said, that means he's got to have at least $60,000 cash, but I'll do my best to have you carried across someone's threshold before the week is out. Now, I might also mention I'm available for financial consultation, varicose veins reduced, and short-distance hauling.
Call on Dolly. She's the one the spinsters recommend. Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid and aunts, and she'll match him up. Call on Dolly.
Miss Levi!
Ah, Mr. Kemper, the artist. You know I'm something of an artist myself. I do those silhouettes with scissors and black paper. Here's one of Ada Rehan looking the other way. I have to do them like that because I am no good at noses.
Oh, Miss Levi, the train for Yonkers leaves in 5 minutes and we don't get there on time.
But we will, Mr. Kemper. And not only will Horace Vandergilder give you permission to marry his niece Ermengarde, but he will also dance at your wedding. And not alone either, because I happen to be engaged in finding him a second suitable wife himself. What he really wants is someone steady to clean the house. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always said, marriage is a bribe to make a housekeeper think she's a householder.
Oh, I know all about it, Miss Levi. Half of New York says he's going to propose Miss Irene Malloy this very afternoon.
Which is exactly why I'm on my way to Yonkers this morning, Mr. Kemper, and can take on your case and knock off 4 lovebirds with 1 stone, or whatever out there I'll see, and well, what do you think of that? Nothing to pay my train fare with, only large bills, 5s and 7s.
Oh, I think I have some change here somewhere, Miss Levi. I only hope this isn't a wild goose chase.
And speaking of poultry, I'm also available for fresh Jersey eggs, surgical corsets reboned, ears pierced and pierced ears replugged.
Miss Levi?
Just name the kind of man your sister wants, and she'll snatch him up. Don't forget to bring your maid, and that's it, she'll match him up. Call on Dolly.
Now, tell me, Miss Levi, what's all this in for you?
A living, Mr. Kemper. Some people paint, some sew. I meddle. I have always been a woman who arranges things for the pleasure and the profit it derives. I have always been a woman who arranges things like furniture and daffodils and lives. When a man with a timid tongue meets a girl with a diffident air, why should the tortured creatures beat around the bush when heaven knows Mother Nature always needs a little push? So I put my hand in here, I put my hand in there, and a girl over 6'3" loves a man who comes up to her ear. Surely it's obvious she'll never be seduced, with some kind soul condescends to give her beau a little boost. So I put my hand in there, I put my hand in here. I have always been a woman who arranges things. It's my duty to assist the Lord above. I have always been a woman who arranges things like luncheon parties, poker games, and love. My aplomb at a cosmetic art turned a frump to a trump lady fair. She had a countenance a little bit like Scrooge, but oh, today you would say the Lord himself applied the rouge. I put my hand in here, my hand in here, and twist a little, stir a little, him a little, her a little, shape a little, mold a little, some poor chap gets sold a little. When I use my fist a little, some young bride gets kissed a little, pressure with the thumbs, matrimony comes when I put my hand in there.
Oh, Miss Levi!
Yes, I know, Mr. Kemper, the Yonkers train is about to leave. Now you get our tickets, get a window seat, order lunch, and I'll meet you on board. Ephraim, I'm going to get married again. I'm going to marry Horace Vandergilder for his money and send it out among the people, circulating like water, just like you taught me. And I want a sign from you sometime today that you approve. But it won't be the marriage in the sense we had one, but I shall certainly make him happy. And I'm tired, Ephraim, tired of living from hand to mouth, so I want that sign.
Miss Levi!
Sometime today. Now don't you worry, Mr. Kemper, we'll get to Yonkers, you'll marry Ermengarde, just leave everything to me. For when my little pinky wiggles, some young maiden gets the giggles. Then I make my knuckles active. My, he say she's so attractive. Then I move my index digit, and they both begin to fidget. Then I clench my palm. The preacher reads a psalm when I put my hand in there.
Be expected to play Yonkers, my Yonkers, with all this bellowing in my ears.
I can't help it, Uncle. I love Ambrose Kemper.
And I say you're too young to be in love with anybody.
I'm not too young. I'm 17, and in another year I'll be an old maid.
Well, I forbid it. Dare to be an old maid, Ermengarde, and I'll have you cut off without a cent. And don't cry in front of the store. Ermengarde? Then by thunder you'll go and weep for a while in New York where it won't be heard. Now get upstairs and start packing your trunk. And don't get any tears on the lock. It was just oiled. Cornelius! Barnaby!
You stabbed Mr. Vandergelder.
I sure did. I got news for you both. I'm going to New York this afternoon to march in the 14th Street Association Parade. And when I come back, you're going to have a mistress.
I'm too young, Mr. Vandergelder.
Not yours, hell and damnation, mine! I mean, I'm getting married again. And in honor of this occasion, I've decided to promote you, Cornelius, to chief clerk.
And what am I now, Mr. Vandergelder?
You're an impertinent fool, that's what you are! And I'm promoting you from impertinent fool to chief clerk! Any more questions? What?
Does the chief clerk get one evening off a week?
So, that's the way you thank me for your promotion now, is it? No, sir, you'll tend to the store as usual. Now get back to work!
Yes, sir!
You too! Evenings off, marrying artists, foolishness! 99% of the people in this world are fools, and the rest of us are in great danger of contamination! Why, even I was young once, which was foolish, and got married, which was foolish, and was poor, which was more foolish than anything else. Then my wife died, which was foolish of her. And I grew older, which was sensible of me. And I grew rich, friendless, and mean, which in Yonkers is about as far as a man can go anyway. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Why would a man with as much good sense as me be thinking of anything as foolish as getting married again? Why, the answer's simple. This house, without a woman, would be nothing but an empty shell. And pretty dirty, too. It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft resting fingers for dumping the ashes. Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife, a Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. The frail young maiden who's constantly there for washing and bluing and shoeing the mare. And it takes a female for setting the table and waiting the Guernsey and cleaning the stable. Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. And so she'll work until infinity, reach here for femininity. Ra ra ra, ra ra ra, F-E-M-I-T-Y. Fivity? Get out of here and learn how to spell! And in the winter, she'll shovel the ice and lovingly set out the traps for the mice. She's a joy and treasure, and practically speaking, to whom can you turn when the plumbing is leaking?
To that dainty woman, that fragile woman, that sweetheart, that mistress, that wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman,
a husky woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman, a sweetheart, a mistress, a wife. Oh yes, it takes a woman, a fragile woman, to bring you the sweet things in life. All right, all of you, get out of here. You two, back to work. I'm not paying you to sing.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations, Mr. Vandergilder. All of New York is buzzing with the news that you've practically proposed to Irene Malloy. All my congratulations and sympathy.
Sympathy?
Oh, did I say that? A slip of the tongue, that's all. No, I'm delighted with the happy news. After all, she wasn't easy to unload. By that I mean, you know what people said, although I for one never believed the rumors. No, I didn't.
Rumors? What rumors?
Nothing to get upset about, Mr. Vandergilder. I mean, according to all known facts, her first husband did pass on quite naturally. It's just, he went on so sudden. A few spoons of chowder she made special for him and... But it can happen to anyone. No, there's no truth in it. Just one word of advice, Mr. Vandergilder. Eat out.
Now, hold on, Mrs. Levi. You mean to tell me that
I mean to say nothing, Mr. Vandergilder. Just friendly advice. Stay away from the chowder. By the way, she ordered her wedding gown. It's beautiful. You should see it. Black. As I was saying, Mr. Vandergilder, congratulations on your forthcoming nuptials, and may you rest in... may guardian angels watch over you both. Particularly at dinner.
Now hold on. You introduced me to Mrs. Malloy, and rumors or not, I still intend on calling on her tonight.
Very well, Mr. Vandergilder. Then I suppose there's nothing left for me to do except go back to New York and tell the other girl, the heiress, not to wait.
What was that?
Nothing, a word. Heiress.
Particulars, Mrs. Levi. I demand particulars. Her name.
Her name? Money. Ernestina Money.
My, what a lovely, lovely name.
Picture, if you will, Horace. Hair as shiny as a newly minted dime. Eyes as big as round as big silver dollars. Oh. Skin as soft and mossy as an old greenback.
Oh, I can feel her now.
Age 19, weight 102, waist 47.
Waist 47?
That's with the money belt. Now, I could arrange for you to meet this Ernestina this very afternoon.
I ain't got the time, Mrs. Levi. I have to take my niece Ermengarde to New York till she forgets a certain Ambrose Kemper.
I can do that for you, Mr. Vandergilder. I know just how to handle such things.
Then I'm going to march in the 14th Street Association Parade.
What an amazing coincidence! Guess who's been chosen to ride on the main float? The spirit of 14th Street, Miss Money. Her mother was a cash, you know.
All right, I'll meet Miss Money, but I still intend on paying a call to Mrs. Malloy first.
Oh dear, the races you make me run. Very well, Mr. Vandergilder. I'll meet you at that bench in front of Mrs. Malloy's hat shop at 2:30, as usual.
Just one more thing. Suppose I decide against Mrs. Malloy, and I don't like Miss Money neither.
Well, I happen to have one more name on my list, Mr. Vandergilder. A name I know as well as my own. But we won't go into that now. It'll come up all in good time. Don't you worry about that. But wait till you see Ernestina Horace. A vision, a dream.
It takes a woman all powdered and pink to joyously clean out the drain in the sink. And it takes an angel with long golden lashes and soft-dressed in fingers for dumping the ashes.
Yes, it takes a woman, a dainty woman. You know, Ephraim, I think I'll have that front room done in blue wallpaper. Yes, blue. Ermengarde, Ambrose, come on out here. We've got plans to make.
Chief clerk? Promoted from chief clerk to chief clerk? And in 10 years, if I'm lucky, I'll be promoted to chief clerk. Again! 33 years old, and I still don't have an evening free. When am I going to begin to live?
You can live on holidays, Cornelius.
And did you forget what we did last Christmas? All those cans of tomatoes went bad and exploded all over the place. And you and I cleaned up the mess all afternoon. You call that living?
No.
Barnaby, you and I are going to New York.
You mean close the store?
Yes.
Cornelius, we can't.
We'll have to. Some more cans of rotten tomatoes are about to explode.
Holy cabooses, how do you know?
We'll light a candle under them. That's how. They'll create such a stink that customers won't be able to come to the place for at least 24 hours. That should get us an evening free. We're going to New York, Barnaby, and we're gonna live. We're gonna have a good meal. We're gonna be in danger. We're gonna spend all our money, and we're gonna be arrested.
Holy cabooses.
And Barnaby, you and I are not coming back to Yonkers until we've each kissed a girl.
Cornelius, you can't do that. You don't know any girls.
I'm 33 years old, Barnaby. I've got to begin sometime.
I'm only 17 years old. It isn't so urgent for me.
New York, Barnaby. Elevated trains. The lights of Broadway. The stuffed whale at Barnum's Museum.
A stuffed whale. Yes, Cornelius, yes!
Now, the first thing to do is make you financially independent. I know, I'll find you a job. Can you dance?
Miss Levi, I'm an artist. I paint.
Well, then my card.
Miss Dolly Levi. Painters taught how to dance.
Now, there's a man, Rudolph Weisenweber, at the Harmonia Gardens restaurant down at 14th Street. I'll give you a note for him, and we'll see if we can't have you both entered in the polka contest tonight. The prize is a week's engagement and a solid gold cup. Oh, the cups we've won, Ephraim and me.
Oh, now hold on, Miss Levi. No fiancé of mine's gonna set foot in a cafe. And if I don't mind saying, I'm surprised you have acquaintances in a place like that.
Not acquaintances, Mr. Kemper. Friends. Dear friends of days gone by. My late husband, Ephraim Levi, always believed in life, and any place you can find it. Cafes, ballrooms, yes, even theaters. Why, even when the days were bad, just like clockwork, every Saturday evening at the Harmony Gardens restaurant we came, Ephraim and me.
Oh. Well, it's all very well when it comes time like clockwork. But you're asking Ermengarde to work there.
It's the only way to show Horace Vandergilder we mean business. Now, you go to the Harmony Gardens restaurant this very afternoon, and incidentally tell Rudolph that Dolly's coming back and I want a table for 2 and a chicken for 8 o'clock tonight.
The bottom row looks all right, Cornelius. Now I'll hold the candle under the ones on top. Careful, not too close. They're swelled up like they're ready to bust. Oh, holy cabooses! I can smell it from up here.
Let's get dressed, Barnaby. We're going to New York. Out there, there's a world outside of Yonkers. Way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Out there, full of shine and full of sparkle. Close your eyes and see it glisten, Barnaby. Listen, Barnaby. There's lots of world out there. Get out the brilliant tin and dime cigars. We're gonna find adventure in the evening air. Girls in white and a perfume night where the lights are bright as stars.
Put on your Sunday clothes, we're gonna ride through town in one of those new horse-drawn open cars. We'll see the shows at Delmonico's and we'll close the town in a whirl. And we won't come home until we've kissed a girl.
Put on your Sunday clothes when you feel down and out. Strut down the street and have your picture took. Just like a dream, your spirit seemed to turn about. That Sunday shine is a sunset sign that you feel this fine as you.
Beneath your parasol, the world is all a smile that makes you feel brand new down to your toes. Get out your feathers, your pats and leathers, your beads, your buckles and bows, for there's no blue Monday in your Sunday clothes.
We're going to New York, Barnaby. Elevated trains, the lights of Broadway,
Holy cabooses!
the stunt whale at Barnum's Museum. Wow! Come on!
All aboard!
All aboard! All aboard! All aboard! Put on your Sunday clothes, there's lots of world out there. Put on a silk cravat and patent shoes. For I can feel adventure in the evening air. Town will trot to a smoky spot where the girls are hot as a fuse. Put on your high silk hat and at the telephone. Wear a handmade bracelet button blow. We'll join the Astors at Tony Pastor's and miss our positive love. That we won't come home. That we won't come home. That we won't come home until we fall in love.
Oh dear, oh my, will you look at that? 10 o'clock and the shop not open yet. It's all because of the impending marriage, I tell you. What marriage? Oh, I thought you knew. Why, the marriage Mrs. Levi is arranging between Mr. Horace Barnaby, the well-known Yonkers, half-a-millionaire, and my employer, and friend Mrs. Irene Malloy. Although, if you ask me, he'll never take the place of her late husband, Mr. Peter Malloy. May he rest in peace. Wherever he is, I'm not sure. He was a caution, you know. Oh, it's all too much, what with late husbands and new marriages, and on top of everything else, Miss Mortimer returning this hat for the 3rd time. Same old story, cherries and feathers, to catch a beau, I suppose. Although, if you ask me, she'd do better with a nice heavy veil. I told her, ribbons down her back is what we'll be wearing this summer. If we want to catch a gentleman's eye, of course. But she'd have none of it. Cherries and feathers, to catch a beau, I suppose. Cherries and feathers she wants, on today of all days, when that poor, dear, sweet Mrs. Malloy has enough on her mind, what with hats and everything else, and, oh, she doesn't... With the door, it's open.
Close it.
Oh, will you look at that? Oh, Mrs. Malloy, as I was saying, I could bite my tongue out for the things I've said, and the things I'm going to say. But as long as I did bring it up, I'm going to go all the way. Mrs. Malloy, why,
Say it, Minnie. Why have I decided to marry Horace Van de Gelder?
Mrs. Malloy, I didn't ask you that question. I'd rather die on a rack than ask you such a personal question. But as long as you did bring it up,
I married Horace Van de Gelder for one reason, and one reason alone, Minnie. To get away from the millinery business. I hate hats.
Miss Malloy!
And I can no longer stand being suspected of being a wicked woman. With nothing to show for it.
Oh, Miss Malloy!
Don't protest, Minnie. All millineresses are suspected of being wicked women. That's why they can't go into restaurants or balls or theaters. That's all the proof they need, Minnie. Take my word for it. Either I marry Horace Van de Gelder or I break out of this place like a fire engine.
Oh, no, not Miss Mortimer again. Miss Mortimer, I'll take care of it.
No, Minnie, you can leave it be. You can make another hat for Miss Mortimer. I'm wearing this one myself.
But, Mrs. Malloy, you're a widow. And that hat, well, it's provocative, that's what.
Is it, Minnie? Well, who knows who may walk into the shop. And, well, provocative may be just what I want to be.
Oh, Miss Malloy!
I'll be wearing ribbons down my back this summer, blue and green. a breeze might stir a boa behind me that might happen to catch the gentleman's eye, and he might smile and take me by the hand this summer, making me recall how lovely love can be. And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me. Dee-da-da-da-dum, da-dee. And so I will proudly wear ribbons down my back, shining in my hair, that he might notice me. Mrs. Malloy, wild horses couldn't make me ask you this next question I'm about to ask you, but I'm going to ask it anyhow. Do you love Horst van der Gelder? No, Minnie, I don't. Peter Malloy, God rest him, is my fair share of love. I'm not saying I was shortchanged. Once is enough for a woman, as long as it's true love, Minnie. And that it was. Look, there's two men staring in the hat shop. Men? Why, I do believe they mean to come in here. Mrs. Malloy. Men? Mrs. Malloy, in the shop, men? Men? In the shop? What shall we do? Do? Oh. Why, flirt with them, of course. Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Mrs. Malloy, and you all this silly talk about love. Love enough I had, Minnie. It's a bit of adventure we could do it now. We'll get them all heated up and then drop them cold. It'll be good practice for married life. Now you go into the workroom, Minnie, so we can spruce up our appearances. A little weight will make them easier. And so I'll try to make it easier to find me in the stillness of July, because a breeze might stir a boa behind me that might happen to catch a gentleman's eye. Oh, Minnie, we'll get an adventure out of this yet.
And we'll get an adventure out of this yet, Barnaby. All day long we wander around New York and nothing happens. Then we come to the quietest street in the city and suddenly...
Van der Gelder!
Is he still out there? Go check.
He's still sitting on that bench. Cornelius, are you sure this is an adventure?
Barnaby, when we're in one, you'll know it. How much money do we have left?
Not much, Cornelius. 40 cents for dinner, 30 cents for the train back, and 20 cents to see the whale. 90 cents. Why?
When those women come out, we'll have to pretend to be customers. Customers, that's it. And maybe the best thing to do is pretend that we're rich. Then we won't have to buy anything. We're two men about town looking for hats for ladies. Good afternoon, Mrs.
Malloy.
Lady. Barnaby, lady. Cornelius Hackle here.
Barnaby Tucker here.
My pleasure, gentlemen. Now what can I do for you?
You see, we're two men about town looking for hats for a lady. We just wondered. We want a hat. For a lady, of course. And everybody said to come to Mrs. Malloy's because she's so pretty. I I mean, her hats are so pretty.
And so reasonable, Cornelius. As reasonable as under $1, which would still leave us enough to see the whale.
Oh, you'll have to excuse him, ma'am. He's come all the way from Yonkers to see that stuffed whale. Just go by the window, Barnaby, and see if it passes by.
Is he old and grumpy with mean little eyes and a crooked mustache?
Yes.
He's sitting right there on that bench.
Did you say Yonkers, Mr. Hackle?
Why, yes, ma'am, Yonkers. And excuse me for saying this, but perhaps you should see Yonkers. By that I mean, Mr. Malloy would like to see Yonkers too.
Oh, no, Mr. Hackle. I'm a widow.
You are? Barnaby, she's a widow! I'm sorry to hear that, ma'am. I'm sure Mr. Malloy would have loved to see Yonkers, especially in that hat. I mean on you, of course, not Mr. Malloy. May he rest in peace. You are Catholic, aren't you? Well, don't you worry, I'd be willing to change. Mrs. Malloy, if you should ever happen to have a Sunday free in the near future, I would love to show you Yonkers from top to bottom.
Well, I might be there sooner than you think.
Really?
You see, I have a friend who lives in Yonkers. Perhaps you know him, although it's so silly to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's Mr. Vandergelder.
Horace Vandergelder?
Of Vandergelder's hind feet?
Yes. Why, do you know him?
No!
No.
No.
I hear he's
No.
a substantial man and well-liked, they tell me.
A lovely man, just lovely. Has only one fault as far as I know. He's hard as nails.
Cornelius,
I was wondering if your friend might like this one.
look out!
Begging your pardon, Mrs. Malloy.
Gentlemen, what are you doing?
Just help us. We'll explain later.
Oh, come out of there this minute!
We're as innocent as can be, Mrs. Malloy.
Oh, Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker, I said you both come out of there this minute, or I'll be forced to... Mr. Vandergelder.
Mrs. Malloy? I don't suppose Miss Levi is here. She was supposed to meet me outside on that bench over 10 minutes ago. Well, she can just go looking for me if she wants to find me then. When I make an appointment, I expect people to be on time! Oh, here's a present for you. Chocolate-covered peanuts, unshelled. That's the expensive kind. Did I just see you talking with two men in here?
Men, Mr. Vandergelder, what would men be doing in that ladies' hat shop? Now let's go back in my workroom. I'd love for
I
you to see...
saw it last week.
So you did. So what's new in the ham feed business? I hear you have 3 friends, all hard as nails. I mean...
What on earth are you talking about?
Yonkers! I hear it's a beautiful city.
And just who has been telling you about Yonkers, may I ask?
Nobody, a friend.
What friend?
Well, you see,
He?
a customer, Mr. Vandergelder, someone quite well-to-do. You might even know him, although it's so silly to ask in cases like that, isn't it? It's Mr. Cornelius Hackle.
Did you say Hackle?
Why, yes.
He just happens to be my head clerk, that's all! Mrs. Malloy, I demand an explanation for
And
this!
I'm going to give it to you. Why shouldn't she know Cornelius Hackle? Everybody in New York knows Cornelius Hackle. He's here at the operas, in the fashionable homes. Why, he's here at the Harmony Gardens restaurant 3 times a week.
Impossible! He only has $146.35, and I have that all in my safe!
Oh, Mr. Vandergelder, you're killing me. He's one of the Hackles. They built the canal.
What canal?
The Erie.
Irma.
Both.
It ain't the same man.
Who took the horses out of Jenny Lynn's carriage and pulled her through the streets? Cornelius Hackle. And who dressed as a waiter at the Fifth Avenue Hotel and dropped an oyster down Mrs. Astor's? I can't say it, but it was Cornelius. He's the playboy of New York. Now, Irene, don't deny it. I can see you were taken with him just like everybody else.
No, really, Dolly, I've never seen him in my life. There's a man in
Hold your tongue, Minnie!
Now look here! If there's a man in that closet, why,
Mr. Vandergelder, you can't. It's too dangerous.
No man that hides in a lady's closet can frighten me, Mrs. Levi. Now stand aside and I'll
No, man, indeed, Mr. Vandergilder. I'm sure you'd make short work of any man with those muscles. I can see them now, rippling back and forth under your coat. Ripple, 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 back and forth. Ooh.
For the last time, Mrs. Levi, will you stand aside?
Stand indeed, Mr. Vandergilder, because that's exactly what the courts will want to know when you enter that closet without a search warrant. I mean, what do you stand for if you don't stand for the law of this great land? I know what I stand for. I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir. Betsy Ross's flag is passing. Do you see him on the hill at Gettysburg, 'neath that great triumphal arch? If you see him as he's tramping through the grapes of wrath, stand up and march, march, march.
Has this not affected you, sir? I came here at 14 years of age as an immigrant girl from a land that oppressed my people, and I must echo here what was that great and patriotic American,
Moses!
I stand for motherhood, America, and a hot lunch for orphans. Take off your hat, sir. There's a tear-stained eagle passing. Do you see him on the bridge at Waterloo, 'neath that great triumphal arch? If you hear him, Dixie and the sugar cane, stand up and march, march, march. Stand for motherhood, America, and
remember the
a hot lunch
Alamo.
for orphans.
I regret that I've one life to live for my country. In the words of Lincoln, one if I one and two if I see is that I chop the cherry tree down. Oh, Stonewall Jackson, glory, glory, hallelujah. Stand up and march, march,
7 years ago,
march, march,
to form a more perfect union.
march, march. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. March, march, march. So you see, Mr. Vandergilder, there couldn't possibly be a man in that closet. God bless you.
Mrs. Malloy?
So there is a man in that closet.
Aha!
And another under that table.
What the devil?
But there also happens to be a simple explanation. But for the present, good afternoon.
Oh, dear Lord, there's men crawling everywhere in the store. I'll never get over it. So I'll take it I'll see you this afternoon, Mr. Vandergilder.
You most certainly will, Miss Levi, with a certain young lady on the main float at the end of the parade. Good day, Mrs. Malloy. Delicious.
Mrs. Malloy, I can explain
Mr. Hackle, Mr. Tucker! Do me the pleasure of leaving my shop at once, or I'll be forced to call Officer Gogarty.
Well, if you ask me, Irene, calling an officer is letting them off too easy. The courts of law, that's where they belong. Now, I've been calculating the total offenses these two have committed, and believe me, you've got grounds for at least 2 writs, a non-compos mentis, and a garnishee. Now, the main thing is you try to settle this amicably first. Have dinner with them.
dinner.
Is that absolutely necessary, Dolly?
It's the way things are done at law, Irene. Dinner first, subpoena later.
Well, if it must be, you may take Miss Fay and myself to dinner.
Delighted, Mrs. Malloy. And I speak for Barnaby, too. Now, I hear there's a very nice restaurant in the railroad station that we could go
Oh,
to.
no, no, no. If the Harmonia Gardens is good enough for your fashionable friends, it's good enough for Miss Fay and myself. Minnie, I hear they have a lovely orchestra.
Oh, no, we couldn't do that, Mrs. Malloy. It isn't the money or anything like that. It's just it's the whale. It's the whale. No, Barnaby, it isn't the whale. Gosh. competitions and contests, and I don't know how. It could take me weeks, months, years to learn. Barnaby, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't dance. What? Mrs. Dolly Levi, 33-year-old chief clerks, taught how to dance.
Now, it's very simple, Mr. Hackle. You take one arm here, and one arm here, and...
Oh no, it's absolutely no use. I have no sense of rhythm.
Absolutely no sense of rhythm is exactly what you need to learn by the Gallagher-Levi method. Just give me 5 minutes of your time, Mr. Hackle, and I'll have you dancing in the streets. We'll begin with lesson 7, the waltz kick turn. Now, it's very simple, you see. It's step, touch, forward, back, spin, kick, and fur.
Oh.
Oh my.
That was wonderful. When I think of the women who will find heaven in your arms. Now let's go back to lesson 1. Put your hand on her waist and stand with her right in your left hand. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Look, I'm dancing. Well, I was.
Of course you were, Mr. Hackle. Take the someone whose arms you're in. Hold on to her tight and spin. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Wow, I'm dancing.
Turn around, try floating through the air. Can't you be a little more aesthetic?
Don't you think my dancing has a polish and a flair?
Well, the word I think I'd use is athletic.
For my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? Look at me, everybody! I, Cornelius and Barnaby, am dancing!
You're next, Mr. Tucker. Glide and step and then step and glide.
And everyone stand aside.
Look, he's dancing!
You can learn the polka if you wiggle or so, or the tango filled with passion seething.
I might join the chorus of the Castle Garden show.
Well, whatever you do, for gosh sakes, keep breathing.
For my heart is about to burst. My head is about to pop. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
When there's someone you hardly know, but wish you were closer to, remember that he can be near to you while you're dancing.
your spirits will hit the top. And
Now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And now that we're dancing, who cares if we ever stop?
Well, well, Mrs. Levi. How are you, Mrs. Levi?
How are you, Mrs. Rose?
Oh, aches in my back, pains at my sides, stabs at my liver. I'm fine. My daughter Fanny got married, you know.
Did she?
A year ago last September. It's been such a long time since you've lived here, Mrs. Levi. Such a long, long time.
Thank you, Mrs. Rose.
You're welcome, Mrs. Levi.
Ephraim, let me go. long enough, Ephraim. Every evening for all these years, I've put out the cat. I've locked the door. I've made myself a little rum toddy. And before I went to bed, I said a prayer thanking God that I was independent and no life was mixed with mine. Then one night, an oak leaf fell out of my Bible. I put it there when you asked me to marry you, Ephraim. A perfectly good oak leaf, except with no life and no color. Then suddenly I realized I was just like that leaf. For years I hadn't shed a tear, nor been filled with the wonderful hope that something or other would turn out well. And so I've decided to rejoin the human race, Ephraim, and I want you to give me away. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get in step while there's still time left. Before the parade passes by, before it all moves on, and only I'm left.
Levi, Cornelius is taking us down to see the lights of the 14th Street Parade. Everybody will be marching.
Why, Irene, you're crying.
Dolly, the world is full of wonderful things. Come with us, Dolly.
I will, Irene. I will. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna go and taste Saturday's high life. Before the parade passes by, I'm gonna get some life back into my life. I'm ready to move out in front. I've had enough of just passing by life with the rest of them, with the best of them. I could hold my head up high, for I've got a goal again, I've got to drive again. I'm gonna feel my heart coming alive again before the parade passes by. Look at that crowd up ahead. Listen to hear that brass harmony grow. Look at that crowd up ahead. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All of the lights over there seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade passes by.
Listen and hear that brass harmony growing before the parade passes by. Pardon me if my old spirit is showing. All those lights up ahead seem to be telling me where I'm going. When the whistles blow and the cymbals crash and the sparklers light the sky, I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton before the parade passes by.
Oh, Miss Levi, she's wonderful. Everything you said and more. Hold on, Miss Money, I'm coming. Oh, it's so nice to meet you, Miss Heiress. How are you doing? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Miss Levi, what is the meaning of that?
Nothing to worry about, Mr. Van Gilder. A last-minute substitution. They ran short, so Miss Money's helping out at the... She's helping out at the Mint. But she said she'll meet you at the Harmony Gardens restaurant tonight at 8 o'clock.
That's the most expensive restaurant in the city.
And well, it should be. What food and the fastest waiters in New York. By the way, I might be a little late, so Miss Money's gonna meet you at the restaurant. But wait till you see her all in buttercup yellow and baby pink shoes, humming the tune. Yes, Sweet Rosie O'Grady. You couldn't miss her if you tried.
All right, I'll be there, Dolly. But only because I already paid for the introduction and I may as well get my money's worth. But from this moment on, you are hereby discharged as my marriage broker. Do you hear me, Dolly Gallagher? From now on, you're just a woman, like anyone else.
Ephraim, he's as good as mine. I'm gonna raise the roof, I'm gonna carry on. Give me an old trombone, give me an old baton. Before the parade passes by.
Mr. Hackle, how we've just loved looking at the lights of 14th Street for the past 4 hours. But really, we must call a hack, otherwise we won't get to the Harmonia Gardens on time. Look, there's one. Yoo-hoo!
Oh no, we couldn't do that, Mrs. Malloy. It isn't the money or anything like that. It's just that nowadays really elegant people never take hacks.
Hacks is out.
They all go by streetcar.
J.P. Vanderbilt, Diamond Jim Morgan.
Then by all means, a streetcar. Imagine, just think, I've been elegant all my life and never even knew it.
Of course, if you really want to be elegant,
We do!
you walk.
Yes, New York, it's really us, Barnaby and
Cornelius.
All the guests of Mr. Hackle are feeling great and look spectacular.
what's a knack there is to that acting like a born aristocrat. We got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never ever carry it off. All who are well-bred agree Minnie Fay has pedigree.
Exercise your wildest whims tonight. We are out with Diamond Jims tonight. Could they be misleading us?
Silver spoons were used for feeding us. We got elegance. If you ain't got elegance, you can never ever carry it up. Middle class, don't speak of it, savoir-faire. We reek of it, some were born with rags and patches, but we use dollar bills for matches and
Vanderbilt can't dance to us.
J.P. Morgan scrapes and bows to us.
We
Got elegance, we were born with elegance.
Have you noticed when I hold my cup, the saucer never moves?
And the way I keep my pinky up indubitably proves
That we got elegance, we got built with elegance and with elegance alone. We'll carry it on.
Minnie, how they're counting their money again. Isn't that just like the rich? Well, aren't you going to escort us in?
Of course, Mrs. Malloy. Barnaby. Mrs. Malloy,
Yes, Mr. Hackle?
as we start in, may I put my arm around your waist?
Yes, Mr. Hackle. But I might remind you that a corset is a corset.
You heard what Miss Levi said. This is the only way to show Uncle meaning business. Now, could you weep a little faster? You're throwing me off step.
Is the stable satisfactory, sir? The dining rooms cost a bit more. It's the view of the entertainment.
Are you sure? Count it again.
Prepare yourselves for a big night, Minnie. We're out with two of New York's best-known sports.
I did make a mistake, Cornelius. It's only $1.35. I'll count it once more.
No, don't. We can't afford it.
I'm gonna order everything on the menu. Waiter!
Told you before, sir, you will have to move. This table is reserved for Mrs. Levi and party.
And just who do you think I am? Only Tor's Vandergelder in party. She's in my party. I ain't in hers.
It's just that Levi mentioned nothing about you bringing your,
Hey, you! My personal physician. That's enough rouge, doctor. Chicken? Chickens are expensive.
play.
Why didn't you tell me this was a Chinese restaurant? We'll take 2 bowls of rice. Now get out of here. Now, Miss Money, I understand you carry respectable sums on your belt.
Yeah, $2 only. It's in my garter.
Worry about our reputations, Cornelius, but me and Minnie don't care who sees us tonight. So, Minnie, what have you decided?
Oh, I couldn't have anything at these prices. I really couldn't.
Great rhinestones. What a sensible girl. Waiter, bring us 4 glasses of beer, a loaf of yesterday's bread, and some cheese.
Yesterday's bread. Oh, Cornelius, now I know how you can have the New York in stitches all the time. Minnie, have you ever eaten pheasant?
Pheasant?
Say, what's with the napkin, Fancy Pants? You ashamed of something?
Oh, no, it's not that. I felt a slight chill.
Well, why didn't you just say so? Here, I'll loan you this. Now, let's order something to hold us till the rice comes. Garçon! Can you bring us a roast suckling pig with chestnut and oyster stuffing, some cheese fondue, and some lady fingers? Now, what do you have?
Our digestions, Cornelius. But I'm sure the pheasants are fresh. We'll take 4, please. And a nice red wine?
Wait, no wine.
No wine?
Champagne.
Champagne?
It's once in a lifetime, Barnaby. Hothouse peaches and champagne and Neapolitan ice cream. And Barnaby, give the band leader a nickel and tell him to play to a wild rose. We want music while we dine.
Say, this is a cafe, isn't it? Let's dance.
The Vandergelders do not dance, Miss Money. We're Presbyterian.
Fine, I'll dance myself. Give him $2 for the band leader and tell him to play something refined. I'm gonna do the hoochie coochie.
Sit down.
All right, I'll send for the band, Cornelius, but promise you won't order anything else.
Look, you wait here, Miss Money. I'll tell them to play a nice waltz. Look, you. Give this to the band leader and tell him to play a waltz.
Here's a nickel for the band leader. Could you tell him to play...
But Miss Money!
And 2 more pheasants, please.
My
Cornelius!
wallet! Grab my wallet right now!
My wallet!
Come on, hurry up!
I'm sorry.
Miss Money! You're supposed to sip the wine, not chug it!
I know this is my wallet because I only have $1 and 3 dimes and 5 pennies and a roll of... Cornelius! Did he say 2 pheasants? 3, 4 pheasants for the whole house. And never mind if we don't see the whale. I'll buy one of my own.
What's this? Shouting? How many times have I told you not to shout? This is the Harmonia Gardens restaurant. Not one
But
of
sir, she's here, the lady.
Are you sure?
Sir, like you told me, 8 o'clock on the nose, up pulls a carriage, and out steps a lady with black hair and the biggest hat I ever saw.
It is. It is! Miss Levi, she's
here.
back!
She's
She's
here.
come back!
She's here. Yeah,
Rudolph,
yeah.
is it true?
I know. She's here.
It is Miss Levi! Fritz, tell the band she just stepped out of her carriage. Go,
We
go.
have to get everything from the tables and chairs and everything like that. Oh my God.
It's true, yeah. She just stepped out of a white carriage pulled by 6 black horses with scarlet plumes. I'm so excited.
Sir! Sir! She's here.
Excuse me, girlie. Dolly? Dolly Gallagher, what are you doing in that getup? And you're over half an hour late. And I demand an explanation for...
Ernestina!
Exactly!
Ernestina, whom I trusted.
She wanted to do the hoochie coochie.
Well, she always was artistic. Horace, I'm going to have our table moved down front. There's someone in the dance competition I particularly want you to see. Now, don't let's say another word about it. I'm as shocked as you are. I can't eat a thing. What have you ordered?
What you wanted? A chicken. Now look here, about this hoochie coochie girl.
Did you say chicken? I don't think I could face a chicken today. Not a chicken, not after what's happened.
Oh, thank goodness you. Cancel the chicken.
And bring a turkey.
What are you doing now?
Nothing. Just getting acquainted with the surroundings.
That's the trouble with you, Dolly. Always wanting to know everything. Always sticking your nose in other people's business. Why, anyone who married you would be as nervous as a cat.
What? What's that you're saying?
I said anyone who married you
Horace Vandergilder, you get that idea right out of your head this minute. I'm surprised you mentioned such a thing. Understand once and for all that I have no intention of marrying you.
I didn't mean that.
Well, I certainly do hope not. Horace Vandergilder, you go your way and I'll go mine. I'm not some Irene Malloy whose head can be turned by a few chocolate-covered peanuts unshelled. Why, the idea of you suggesting such a thing, ugh.
Mrs. Levi, you misunderstood me.
Well, I certainly do hope not. But if I had any intention of marrying again Horace Vandergilder, it would be to a far more pleasure-loving man than you. However, let's not speak of it anymore. Here's the waiter with our food. I'll serve Mr. Vandergilder, Louis. Now, here's some, white meat for you, and some dumplings lighter than the air they are, and some giblets, very tender and very good for you. No, as I was saying, you go your way and I'll go mine. Start right in on the wine, Horace. You'll feel better at once. However, since you brought the matter up, there's one more thing I think I'm going to say.
I didn't bring the matter up at all.
One more thing I think I'm going to say before we forget all about it. It's true. I'm a woman who likes to know everything that's going on, who enjoys managing things. But I couldn't manage anything as out of control as your household. You'll have to do that yourself. God help you.
It is not out of control.
Very well. We won't speak any more about it. Have some beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets.
That's good. No, Horace, a complaining, quarrelsome, friendless soul like you is no companion for me. You salt your beets and I'll salt mine.
Will you stop saying that?
I won't say another word.
Good.
Except this. Horace, at your age, you should enjoy hearing the honest truth.
My age. You're always talking about my age.
Well, I don't know what your age is, but what I do know, down at Yonkers with bad food and bad temper, you'll double it in 6 months. Have some more beets, Horace. They're good.
I don't like beets. I hate beets.
That's good. Now dig right in. Yes, the pity is you could be a perfectly charming, amiable, witty man if you wanted to.
I don't want to be charming!
Oh, but you are. Look at you now. You can't hide it. Well, let's talk of something else. But before I change the subject, there is one more thing I am going to say.
I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to ask you to marry me.
Then I suppose you want me to ask you. Well, sorry, Horace, I'm turning you down.
How can you turn me down if I haven't asked you anything?
Oh, it's no use arguing. I've made up your mind. Here, let me cut your wings.
Oh, I have a headache. I'm going back to my hotel.
No, you can't go now. The competition's about to begin.
Look, here's $20 to pay for the dinner. I'll just leave. Wait a minute. There's nothing in here but $1, 4 dimes, 5 pennies, and a button. This isn't my wallet. I've lost my wallet. You! Where's my wallet? You're the one.
Barnaby, that wallet you found.
It's Vandergilder's. Cornelius, we better get out of here.
Impossible. I can't imagine without your wallet.
Oh dear, what am I going to do? I can't pay for any of this. They don't know me. Stop drinking that wine. I can't afford it.
Horace, it's the latest thing, a polka. And there's a dancer I particularly want you to see. Now sit down so you can better observe his graceful movements.
Wait a minute. That man, that dancer.
Isn't he wonderful? With talent like that, he's sure to win the solid gold cup.
Mrs. Malloy, I'm sorry to say this, but I believe we're going to have to cut this evening a bit short.
Minnie, a polka, Cornelius, I must simply have a dance.
But Vandergelder is right there. We have to go.
We will go, but we'll dance our way out.
Mr. Vandergelder!
Ermengarde! Dolly, Levi, this is all your fault! What is the meaning of this?
Mr. Vandergelder, I can explain everything.
I don't want to hear any of your explanations! You're fired! Get out of my sight! Get out!
Stop him! Stop him! Officer, arrest that man!
Quiet! Quiet! That's better. Now, you're all charged with disturbing the peace, assault and battery, inciting to riot, and several other equally serious violations of the law of this city. Now, is there anyone here to speak on your behalf? I say, is there anyone here to speak on your behalf? Mrs. Dolly Levi, Counselor at Law.
Oh, no.
Your Honor, the defense rests. No, there is no need to call for witnesses, ladies and gentlemen, when I see upon that bench a brow that gleams with honor, whiskers that bristle with fair play, and that nose. I ask you to look at that nose, ladies and gentlemen. A nose that shines in the night like the flaming beacon of justice. Your Honor, can you please look this way a bit so we can better view your beacon? The living symbol of the motto of this great land, E probuscus unum. Your Honor, I ask for freedom for my clients, and the verdict of guilty for the only real culprit. Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York.
Dolly!
The man responsible for these grievous charges of willful destruction of private property.
A curtain torn, a waiter bruised, and a solid gold cup bent.
Cruelty to a poor, unfortunate minor. Can you repeat that, dear, please?
Excuse me, Mrs. Levi, but if it pleases the court, I have something to say.
I was just about to call you Mr. Hackle. Go right ahead.
You see where we're
Cornelius Hackle! If you dare testify against me, I'll have you discharged!
You've already done that, Mr. Vandergelder.
I'll do it again!
And you've done it again, Mr. Vandergelder. But even if you hadn't, I'd still say what I have to say. Your Honor, I may not know much about disturbing the peace or inciting to riot, but I do know what happened to me today, which is possibly the greatest thing that can happen to a man. Might never have happened if I'd followed Mr. Vandergelder's orders and stayed in Yonkers. Your Honor, I am talking about none other than love.
What? So you're telling me, after 33 years, you take one evening off and all of a sudden you've fallen in love?
No, Mr. Vandergelder. I didn't fall in love with Mrs. Irene Malloy of this city in just one evening. An hour. No, even that's too long. What's less than a minute?
A second.
Less than that.
A moment.
That's it. I'll go slowly so you can get it all down. It only takes a moment for your eyes to meet, and then your heart knows in a moment you will never be alone again. I held her for an instant, but my arms felt sure and strong. It only takes a moment to be loved a whole life long. Isn't the world full of wonderful things? There I sat, cooped up in Yonkers for years and years, and all the time, wonderful people like Mrs. Malloy were in New York, and I didn't know them at all. I don't know if you can all tell from where you're standing, but the way that her eyes and her cheeks and her nose, how they meet up like that. Can you? Oh, I tell you, a woman is the greatest work of God on earth. You can talk all you like about Niagara Falls or the pyramids. They aren't in it at all. Of course, I've seen women before, but today I talked to one equal to equal, and they're so different from men. I bet you can know a woman for 100 years and not know if she liked you or not. Today, I've lost so many things. My job, my future, everything that counts. But I don't care. Even if I have to dig ditches for the rest of my life, I will be a ditch digger who once had a wonderful day.
I seem to have missed a few words back there, Mr. Hassel. Right after it only
Takes a moment, but his arms are sure and strong. It only takes a moment
dismissed. You're all dismissed. All except Horace Vandergelder of Yonkers, New York. Dismissed. You're free, my children. Go, go.
Well, Horace, there's your life. Without needs, without clerks, without a bride, and without your wallet. I suppose there's nothing left for me to say except...
If it's to ask you to marry me, Dolly Levi, never, not in a million years, under no circumstances will I ever marry you.
Oh, that wasn't it at all. All I wanted to say to you was... Goodbye, goodbye.
Now hold on a minute.
I failed you, Horace. And when a woman fails, there's nothing else she can say.
But...
except...
Hey, just...
Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Don't try and stop me, Horace, please. Wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, you ain't gonna see me anymore. But when you discover that your life is dreary, don't you come a-knocking at my door, 'cause I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says you dog, I told you so. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie should have said so long ago, because you treated me so rotten and rough. I've had enough of feeling low. So wave your little hand and whisper so long, dearie, dearie should have said so long ago. For I can hear that choo-choo calling me on to a fancy new address. Yes, I can hear that choo-choo calling me on board that Happiness Express. I'm gonna learn to dance and drink and smoke a cigarette. I'm going as far away from Yonkers as a girl can get. So, and on those cold winter nights, Horace, you can snuggle up to your cash register. It's a little lumpy, but it rings. Don't come a-knocking, I'll be all dolled up and singing that song that says you dog, I told you so. So, Horace, you will find your life a sad old story when you see your dog shuffle off to glory. Said I should have said so long. So long ago.
And I wouldn't marry you, Dolly Levi. Not if you were the last woman on earth. Not if you asked me 1,000,000 times. Dolly Levi, you go your way, and I'll go mine. But Dolly.
You stamped, Mr. Vandergelder?
What? Oh, so it's you, is it? Come crawling back to me, have you?
No, Mr. Vandergelder. I just came back to get my $146.35. You see, since you fired me, I decided to go into the business. And since the only business I do know is hay and feed, I decided to open up my own store.
Perfect location, Mr. Vangelder. Right across the street from you.
So, you think you can compete with Vandergelders, do you? Well, you just try! What? Oh, another one come crawling back, have you? What do you want?
My
back salary for the past 4 months. $6.12.
You can't, you and Jude, you can't do this to me! Any of you! I'll go to the courts! I'll get lawyers! I'll take you all and make sure you never see a...
Vandergilder, as I live and breathe, if you aren't handsome in that outfit, so few men nowadays have the courage to wear baby cup yellow.
Dolly Gallagher.
I know what you're gonna say, Horace. You weren't satisfied with Ernestina. Well, I have one more name on my list, the ideal wife, but don't let me interrupt. What were you doing?
Getting Cornelius' money, Dolly. $146.
And 35 cents.
Plus $6.12 of mine.
And the money my mama left me. $52.48.
38!
48!
All right. If it's the money you want, it's upstairs in the safe. Come on, let's go.
Money, 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 money. Mr. Vandergilder's money. It's like the sun we walk under. It can kill or cure. Mr. Vandergilder's never tired of saying that most people in the world are fools. And in a way, he's right, isn't he? Himself, myself, and Cornelius and Irene, yes, we're all fools and we're all in great danger of destroying the world in our folly. But the surest way to keep us out of harm is to give us the 4 or 5 human pleasures that are our right in the world. And that takes a little bit of money. It's all in how you use it. The difference between a little bit of money and no money at all is enormous, and that can shatter the world. However, the difference between a little money and an enormous amount of money is very slight, and that can shatter the world too. It's all in how you use it. As my late husband Ephraim Levi always said, money, pardon the expression, is like manure, not worth a thing unless scattered, encouraging young things to grow. However, that's the opinion of the second Mrs. Vandergilder. Which reminds me, Ephraim, I'm ready for that sign.
Well, what are you waiting for? That goes upstairs.
Well, Horace, as I was saying, I have found you the ideal wife.
Dolly Levi, I don't want you to find me no more ideal wives. If I want an ideal wife, I'll find her myself. And I have. And it's you, damn it!
Why, Horace!
I know I was a fool about Mrs. Malloy and that other woman, but Dolly, forgive me and marry me.
Horace, stop right there. You know as well as I do that you're the first citizen in Yonkers, and your wife would have to be a somebody. Answer me. Am I a somebody?
You are. You're a wonderful woman.
Oh, you're partial. But it's not enough drowning your wife with money and jewels and insist she be the benefactress to half the town. Which reminds me, it's bad business letting Cornelius open up a shop across the street. Better call him back and let him be your partner.
Partner?
And that way Barnaby can have Cornelius' job.
Whoa, now hold on just...
So then we can all be together and dance at Ermengarde's wedding.
That's it! You've gone too far! I'll dance at no weddings! Besides, I don't even know how. It would take me weeks, months, years to learn how to dance, and I don't have that kind of time. All right, I'll do it.
Horace, I'd never think you'd say a thing like that.
Where do you want it? In the front room, you idiot! Well, go!
Why, Horace Vandergilder, what is going on up there?
Oh, nothing. I just thought I'd have the front room done over in blue wallpaper.
Horace.
I know the old stuff ain't worn out yet, but, well, the fella's just started up a business and, well, he needs a good start. You know, Dolly, I've always felt that money, well, pardon the expression, was like manure. It's not worth a thing unless it's scattered around, encouraging young things to grow.
Thank you, Ephraim.
Hello, Dolly. Well, hello, Dolly. It's so nice to have you back where you belong. I never knew, Dolly, without you. Dolly, life was awfully flat, and more than that was awfully wrong. I'm really good for a beginner.